have RNG have been playing games all day, right? So it's not like they're like us, just sitting watching every game. So they don't know EG as well as, you know, the spectators. They don't know how like predictable they are, and it is quite different to like watch a game or like just look at a draft.
Right.
So like when you see the Shadowfee, and then like preferably though you would want to come up with some better ideas, because it kind of feels like they didn't even do any research and they're like kind of just winging it. But yeah, especially for group stages, the way EG are drafting is like it's a very consistent way, and
right.
Teams are not like prepared enough for it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if that does come back to bite EG a little bit more when the volume of matches slows and everyone gets to maybe be a little bit more prepared. But again, EG, right? In case you guys, NA fans, haven't had the chance to celebrate yet, they're in. They're into the playoffs. They're guaranteed now, especially with this 13th point, super locked in for upper bracket. They still, of course, have one last match to play versus BetBoom Esports. That'll be for tomorrow, as this is going to be the last match for Group A today. RNG really thinking about this next ban as well here, Pi. We can see the draft on our screens. The pick order and sides plainly obvious here. And it's going to be a second ban Lich for RNG.
Okay. I guess they consider this a counter to something they're about to first pick here. Let's see. Are they going to go for the Shadowfee or... Oh, Marcy, all right.
That makes some sense, right?
Sure.
Sinister Gaze, Frost Shield, neglecting a lot of the damage. I think RNG safe to flex this as a 3 or a 4.
I mean, what a surprise. There he is.
Who would have thought?
There he is. Yeah. No, man, I think EG have found like what is good. Like at the games you watch, you just feel like almost every time they outdraft the enemy. So they're definitely onto something. Unless we get something new here, like or something you can believe in. I don't know. EG could just run away with it again. But I mean, so far only one pick, right? Marcy. So let's see what they want to pick.
Lots more heroes still to be played out here, but EG picking what is and has been a pretty strong safe lane, right, for them with the SF carry for Arteezy and Fly Tal picking up the support Sven. And it's looked convincing. I think the first time we saw it, you in particular weren't so convinced by it. Have you changed your mind on it, or do you want to maybe talk about that as we get into game and we can see how it does?
No. We can talk a little bit now.
Okay.
I still think the Clockwork is honestly stronger, but I mean the Sven kind of fills the same role, right? Where yeah, it's just a body for the Shadowfiend. I think it's more that the Shadowfiend is just extremely strong laner, and RTC knows how to play it, and you just need a melee here with a stun, and you're good. So they're gonna try Batrider. I think that's a fair try. Like I can see that working with the Bat versus Shadowfiend, and wherever he goes, the off lane, mid lane. I like that. We get 3 bans too, so already looking better for RNG here, from what I think.
Yeah, the opening, right, does give them moves to take this draft into, directions, I should say, to take this draft into versus what EG are proposing, which is a little bit more straightforward. So even though it is a strong and known lane for RNG, they still can maybe look to have a couple of cards hidden up their sleeves in the next couple of phases. But for now, as you say, going on forward to get a couple more bans in. And I'm always looking immediately towards these Nightfall heroes. Enigma still in the pool. Sure, the Broodmother banned out, but already RNG, right, paying some respect to the offlaner from EG.
Yeah, removing the Beastmaster. It's fair enough. I mean, the thing is, he's gonna have a way wider hero pool now, because they're gonna pick Crit's hero now at like out of the gate, and then they're gonna get to counter both the other core heroes. So Nightfall could end up on anything, right? He could maybe play a Tide Hunter if it's good. He could play, like, there's so many things he can play here. So banning him out will be very, very difficult.
We'll take a stab at it, at least remove a hero that's been rising in popularity. Most recently, I don't recall if it was banned in our last draft. I'll go ahead and pull up that draft now to reference it. But the Pango, right? He's been really getting up there. We've had lots of games with him today. Don't know how successful he's been on our stream, personally, Pi. My memory does fail me a little bit towards the end of these longer days, but he certainly is impactful in that mid to early game, especially with that first item, Diffusal, being as popular as it is.
Yeah. I mean, some of the bans here are kind of, for me, making Enigma a little bit better. I don't know if RNG can still pick it. And it would kind of signal that this bat is going mid. They don't have any bans for it, so maybe EG will just be looking for it on that 4th pick, like the 2nd pick in the 2nd phase here.
So EG did actually ban Pango in the last draft. It was the final ban of the second phase for them. And instead, RNG are going to take him out of the pool.
Yep, first pick. Like the second pick in the second phase here.
So EG did actually ban Pango in the last draft. It was the final ban of the second phase for them. And instead, RNG are going to take him out of the pool.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, but EG, they would get first stab out of this pick phase. Can you afford to pick an Enigma right here for EG on what would be, I believe, 15th pick?
I mean, you can, but I think you would have to ban a little more for it. I think it's just way simpler to pick position 4 here. Like, what is left? They can just get a Nyx Assassin. They can get, if they want a range here, they can go for the Oracle. I actually think it's fine here to deal with the bat. Maybe even a Vengeful if they want to get crazy about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was thinking along the lines of something like, for example, if they wanted to keep the Enigma pick open and prevent RNG from feeling really confident in picking it and flexing the bat to mid, you can go for something like that Venge, right? With a bespoke counter to bat as well as the Enigma. Or even Rubik is a little bit less, I think, tempting because he doesn't really do so much to address the bat rider, but, you know.
I mean, that instant lift is really strong. Yeah, no, I think all of those heroes are okay.
Okay.
I mean, they could even go for the silencer again if they feel like it.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because this Sven point and click AoE stun sometimes is good enough to win you a couple of skirmishes, and from there your game opens up a bit more.
Yeah. No, it looks very simple for EG to draft. Yeah. No wonder they're feeling so good. They're picking so fast too. Yeah, they go for the Venge. Yeah. No, but we listed off like 4 or 5 heroes there, right? I think all of them are playable.
So RNG take the silence with them. That's going to be their response. I mean, they were fast to do that as well. And again, I think you and I were pretty on the money in reading this draft right now. You know, they're expecting an Enigma, right? Obviously, it's been unbanned. It's the elephant in the draft right now. RNG don't want to give Nightfall a free Enigma game, so they're going to take this silencer and at least give them some pause, give them something to think about, right?
Yeah. I mean, silencer is also just decent versus all of this, right? Like, if you start a fight, you cannot swap out. You can cancel the Requiem if he's Beaky Beat. So there's already like enough utility for this hero to be good.
Very good point. Very good point. It was a snap pick, though. I did really like that from RNG.
Yeah. But then they lost confidence real quick.
And then they're like, crap, maybe. It's like chess, you know, you get that 15 seconds plus, you know, 5 minutes, right? You sometimes it's better off to utilize all your draft time here, because RNG, they still have a 23rd pick to go, right? EG with last pick, so RNG might have to scratch their chin a little bit in the next phase. But for now, they're going to go with the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, I mean, so far I like it. They banned out a lot of the annoying heroes, like Broodmother's gone, Beastmaster's gone. So, but this is what I'm saying. Like, he has so many options now on Nightfall. What he wants to do. I'm not really sure exactly what the best counters in lane here are. He could go for like a Tuskar if he wants to be, early tempo.
That'd be pretty cool too, right? Offering another save into Batrider for like a Blink Snowball. You can kick someone eventually with the Acceptor build, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Just because you can kick in the middle of Snowball, which I don't know why they allow that, but somehow he sticks his boot out there.
Other than that, like maybe you could even still do the Enigma. It's not the best here, but might be playable. Let's see. I mean, I think he knows. He knows what to do. He is the offlaner.
Yeah, I'm sure Bulba and Nightfall probably exchanging words here. And that'll leave, of course, Oddbits Hero for last. They have an opportunity to pick some Oddbits Hero here if they want and ban for it, but then RNG do get some really good bans of offlaners.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most likely you should just pick the offlaner here. Yeah, and they go for Lycan. Okay. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, seems pretty good, right? Silencer, not going to really enjoy those summons. Neither is Drow early.
Yep.
And the move speed, all right.
I think in general, he's pretty strong versus bat too. You can scout him out with the wolves. You're really fast. Obviously, no one enjoys being lassoed, but I mean, Lycan has a bunch of units around him, right? You can't lasso everything.
That's right. And only lasso two without Acceptor on that Batrider.
Yeah.
And I wonder now if EG, because, you know, you always see this Lycan, and eventually late game, he does sometimes scale into that Acceptor build. SF not really a hero that wants to take advantage of that, though. So I'm wondering, yeah, RNG banning out the Oddbit, so I'm wondering if they want to run like a melee hero in the mid lane to try and take advantage of that, but that also, I mean, I don't know, right? It's maybe not super necessary here to think about, but I always like having something for like into Wolfbite if the game does go that late.
I mean, it's a nice utility option to have, right? But as you said, like, it's not necessary. He can get an earlier Assault Kuras, or he can maybe they're gonna need like a Nullifier if they have a lot of Ghost. Like, there's a lot of things he can buy, so I think he'll be okay. he'll have his impact. I mean, his job is just to scout out everything, right? And then get on top of them. And then for the Shadowfiend to clean up.
No, that's right. Actually, the vision game for EG looking really good right now between the Invis Wolves and the Wave of Terror from the Vengeful Spirit to set up for some swaps or, I don't know, fly blink-ins or whatever have you. Actually, EG are going to be the ones not to ban out the Enigma. Remove that option entirely.
No, I think that's a good ban. It can definitely. I think we've seen earlier Shadowfiends playing versus Enigma, and it's not that easy. Like even if you have a Sven backing you up, I think EG would do better than most teams. But like if you play that Enigma +1 lane really well, eventually it gets very hard for Shadowfiend. Especially when you hear like a Marcy, just toss him back in, stun him, gets beat up by the Eidolons.
So I'm wondering now. Oh well, what's
that was 2 seconds?
Yeah, this is scary. Okay, no, it's okay. Sometimes the game lags and you don't get to pick in. But it'll be the Brewmaster for RNG. Looking forward to that guy. I think that I've seen some tweets about some Brewmaster supports. This isn't a Brewmaster support, of course. I don't believe it is. But we'll keep our eyes out for that in the meta as it continues to develop. But still, I was convinced earlier, I believe it was KP's Brewmaster, right? Going for that first item max after the Drinking Companion. Sorry, I've talked over this last pick, but it'll be a bed puck.
Yeah. Oh, solid hero. I mean, they kind of give it away there, right? They pick the Brewmaster, so you know the Batrider is mid. Just pick a guy that does fine. I think Batrider, this lane is not that bad for him. But the coil later on is very annoying. But I don't like what RNG did here with the offlane. Like, what do they have here? Yeah, especially if it's Brewmaster Marcy, right? I'm just watching. I feel like RTC will just have another completely free game here.
Yeah, because he's got the Sven. Maybe not as good as the Clockwork, as you say. I think Flying gave that a little bit of a tester in the previous game and says, I actually prefer the Sven, thank you very much. And we'll go back to that, but they do have some really good protections for this SF, don't they? So Kaka and Chalice getting on top of RTZ going for some kills might be a bit difficult here, especially with Abed Puck more or less free to rotate on over, right? Batrider never really going to push your tower that quickly, and probably shouldn't even find a lasso onto Abed Puck in this laning phase.
Yeah. I mean, overall, though, I think RNG's draft is better than the last one. Like, I think they have a way better chance here. I'm not exactly sure how the matchup, the Drow versus Lycan plays out. But since Nightfall got to counterpick, and he's an amazing laner, I expect them to do very well in that lane. And I also expect, I don't see how RTC has any problem down there. I guess you could, like, end up doing a little weird feed there if they hit level 2 before you.
Right.
But I'm just, if they're both level 2, I think the Sven can, like, when he buffs you up with that, what is it called? The cry?
The war cry.
The war cry, yeah. I think you should be able to get out.
A shriek. Just a regular, you know. He watches the Notebook and just cries instead. That'd be a little bit less overwhelming. But yeah, I mean, I agree, especially because, I mean, RTZ can always just raise the wave, right? And just guarantee he gets level 2 faster. A little bit of a less likely move, of course, with less regeneration brought with him compared to like mid lane SFs, which have a couple mangoes to munch on. But yeah, that's what to look out for in that bottom lane. Level 2, good call.
Yeah. They're also going for the cute play here. They have 2 stuns, right? So guaranteed 3 races. Perhaps they could find a first blood, but yeah, RNG are not even close to their own jungle, so not gonna find anything here.
Not bad. Fly moving on through, but as you say, RNG properly positioned. Shouldn't be in any difficult places here. That's ominous. Yeah, he's safe under tower though, and even gets a little bit of vision there onto Abed for a tower shot.
I think they pinged out the warder. Do they have a sentry? Yeah. Let's see if Fly plops it down here in the river. How confident is he that he knows?
Yeah, I think Sominus tried to sell him. No, it was definitely my napalm. I'll see if Fly buys it. For now, at least the ward lives a bit longer. There's another ward to be dewarded in the mid lane as well, where we can see down bottom. Maybe a bit of a skirmish here, but it'll still settle down for runes 2 apiece. And yeah, I don't think Ghost is super happy to be laning against these wolves. You can see already, like, the Frost Arrows underwhelming level 1. The wolves getting a little bit of free damage in. You can imagine how that looks, right, when there's a creep wave to contest. Okay,
I like this by RNG too, though. They do what we've seen other teams do. They send a range hero with their offlaner. So this lane is now a little bit stronger, at least. And the Marcy with Drow perhaps can pick up some kills. Because at least Vengeful is not the most powerful laner. So maybe they can do a little better down here.
Yeah, I think it's actually, interestingly enough, Chalice that cuts down all these trees. I was expecting, or I was maybe thinking EG had cut them down in this top lane. You can see on your left panel there, thinking that Marcy, you know, would be hiding in there. They don't want to rebound, but not the case here. Marcy, of course, in your right panel, already getting the dispose onto Crit, who is forced to shoot out the magic missile early. But otherwise, is still healthy.
Yeah.
Are you still concerned then for this level 2 into the lane of Arteezy, or not so much? Is it more of bot lane that needs to watch out for this Marcy rebound?
Yeah, I think if RNG get a kill top, it's going to be later, perhaps level 3, or if they overextend. But I mean, you can see how Fly is playing here. He's like so aggressive, really abusing the stats on Sven.
There he is, Kaka. Ooh, nearly taking a death down bottom. I think the dispose, maybe getting the wolf out of range might have made a bit of a difference there. And the movement speed slow. Doesn't stun anymore, but that slow is decent.
Yeah. So far, I'm already feeling better for RNG. See how the lanes develop here. Kaka, unfortunately, not close to level 2 yet, but maybe after these 2 range creep go down, he'll be a little closer at least.
He was kind of zoned away, right? Had
yeah.
to help up.
Yeah, because you really want to abuse this hero as soon as possible.
This lane's a little bit scary, though. You can see his meager 3 armor is completely neutralized by Crit. And I think Crit's actually a little bit of a mistake there. He probably meant to block the camp with his body and left a bit too soon. And actually now it's probably the worst camp he could have found. He might die here.
Ghost
okay,
creep,
the ghost
man.
finally is going to hit Kaka once, now twice, and that'll get Crit out of here. But Crit having to battle his inner demons there to escape Kaka. Oh, man. Mid lane, Abed, you know, it's deceptive here, right? It looks like he is dying, but I mean, the stick and wand and all his mobility spells should be keeping him alive here. Somnus, though, with some good damage. Somnus rushing the bottle. Flame break leveled early. It's just not enough damage, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, didn't hit that last sticky there, so Abed lives. But Abed is quite far away from bottle. Somnus is playing this lane really well.
That he is. You're absolutely right.
And they're doing way better in the offlane than I thought they would. Like, the silencer is quite strong, so... Like, every time... EG tried to go, he just plops the Arcane Curse on RTC and he gets a little hesitant.
And there's a rebound here actually for Crit. Yeah, so they're going to go for more. Nightfall doing what he can here and has lots of damage here, but not nearly enough. Maybe if there's a wave of terror on Kaka, he lives, but or he dies, but Crit dies all the same.
Yeah, no, I like this. RNG definitely showing up for the second game. I think even the safe lane here for EG might start getting a little annoying. Like, Chalice will just spam this Cinder Brew on Shadow Fiend, right? And heal Arcane Curse. He'll just keep taking this little dot damage.
It's a lot of damage. Fly doing a good job. Basically, anytime X-Nova comes up to harass Arteezy, he's losing about half his HP. Yeah, and here he goes again, right? That time doesn't even get close to Arteezy. Fly is so fervently defending his safe laner, and potentially at the risk of his own life here. But he does trigger the TP. He's all the way back home, though, so Arteezy alone for some time.
Yeah. Okay, they have a Bass here, so they're gonna get their mana back. Arteezy denying creeps in their face there.
He's up to 10 denies already. I mean, game 1, okay. Game 1 was, I mean, maybe a wash for RNG, right? But he was up to like 33 denies by the end of the laning stage. Not nearly as high this time around.
Yeah. Abed really trying to deny the rune here from Somnus.
Oh, just can't though.
Yeah, he's got boots already, so... Oh, no, he's doing the play. He's TPing, yeah. Very nice.
There he goes. Somnus. He's going to have an empty bottle for him. So now he's, I think, going to be granting some of his supports permission to die and refill the bottle mid, right?
Yeah.
How that goes.
I mean, otherwise he has to run home, right?
It's like, X-Nova, you're low on mana. Get in there. Fight Arteezy. Actually, well, no, okay, they're not going to go too aggressive here. Lots of damage on Arteezy, though. That's certainly no joke.
Yeah, no, this is going to be very annoying. Yeah, unfortunately for Somnus, he's going to miss like 1.5 wave here. It's quite bad. Maybe just 1 wave. Maybe he'll be back for the last couple of creeps here. The Brewmaster, yeah, I mean, Brewmaster is falling a bit behind on CS here, but
hold that thought, Chalice. Okay, the Arcane Curse applied, but Arteezy still throws that third long-range raise, and it connects. Fly will get the kill, but a nice turn there from Arteezy. That was just Chalice very eager to get the Cinder Brew ignited, and at peril of his own life.
Yeah, got a little too cocky there. He had to keep it patient. I think he was doing okay up here, but now with that death, it's just way worse. Or the level 5 on RTC.
Yeah, he's going to be feeling pretty good after that, heading into this Mask of Madness from next. I think that's going to be the Morbid Mask coming his way. That's for a little bit more lifesteal. He'll be pretty good from here on out, but they are going a little bit for more. That is until RTZ decides he doesn't want to fight this. He'll be right out of there. Down bottom, though, there's a rebound onto Nightfall. Kaka as well fighting. Has Wave of Terror debuff. As Nightfall actually not making the TP scroll up. Wait a second, Fly, or not Fly Pie is what I mean to say. Are there stun issues here for RNG? This is, what, 3 TPs out in their face?
Slight stun issues, but not that much. I mean, Kaka has 2 TP cancels, right? And they have a lasso. But yeah, not too many disables otherwise.
Well, the 6-minute power rune is going to be into the bottle of Abed, and this is one. Oh, well, hold on. Actually, they're not going to have to wait too long to use it. As in they go immediately. The Arcane Curse applied to Abed. Magic Missile, though, as Crit rotates on through the mid lane, and they cancel that TP. Yeah, nothing to be done there. Abed with a kill. Crits even getting the credit, but Somnus dead all the same.
Yeah. Oh, nice play there. I mean, it all comes back to that when Abed took both runes, right? Forced him back to base, hit level 6 before, and then they just rotate. Very nice. Very nicely done. Because Somnus was looking quite dominant, but now falling a bit behind.
Yeah, and even Chalice, right, with that one death, I think this is certainly one of those lanes where Chalice gets level 6, and then he goes, okay, I'm going to press my buttons and hail the pandas and dive Arteezy.
Yeah.
That's just, you know, he's now Arteezy's got even more time in lane where he's farming very easily.
Yeah.
Denying also fairly easily, it should be said.
Yeah, I have to say, like, Ghost is doing really well down here. Already level 6 on Drow, highest net worth, and Nightfall only level 4. So I think they played this lane very well.
Marcy really showing her salts here, and I think it was the right call, right? Because, of course, Kaka normally in the top lane alongside Challenge. But there they go. Kaka, he might have been up a bit more than he could chew. Look at that. The physical damage overwhelming. Yeah.
Abed is here too, coiling in 1 second.
And I think Ghost, they might not even need it. Fly as well connecting here, throws the stun. Ghost surrounds, getting up the multi-shot crit, forced to eat a couple of extra arrows as Abed says, no thank you, I don't want that damage, but a kill onto Ghost.
Yeah, no, very poor dive there. I mean, if you do a dive like that, it should only be to force TPs, right? And then there's no need to right-click and force aggro on yourself, so... Yeah, he kind of just killed this most farmed hero there.
Up high, TP's forced, and now RNG, they look towards the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, they're pressuring the tower here really well.
It's almost gone. Arteezy wants to stick around and continue farming. He's got this little Tumbler's toy. I don't know if that'll make the biggest difference in the world, but there's a 4th TP now coming here from RNG. So Arteezy doing well to read the map. No one defending the bot lane push, and only Somnus showing mid. So he's going to back up. But Kaka, he's hunting him down. Or maybe it's Arteezy who's going to lose Kaka.
Who's killing who here? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Abed got the rune again.
No. It's okay. Arteezy wants to farm though.
Yeah.
Zoning Shadow Raises. Get out of here, Kaka.
Abed can just kill him though if he wants
there's
to.
a DD. That should be a fairly easy kill in the duration of the silence. Maybe not. There's a rebound. They could look to counter-initiate, but no, they don't get the stun in time. Not going to matter because the Arcane Curse finds the silence onto Abed, and it's Ghost who TP top as well to help with the Tier 1 Tower Siege. Pardon, getting a kill.
Okay. Finally, a little nice turn of events there for RNG. I was starting to get a little worried there. Like, they made 3 kind of weird moves in a row, but now, finally something going their way.
And they even steal a little bit here of the farm that Arteezy was otherwise set to get. So he's going to be a bit upset.
I mean, they're feeling powerful here. Chalice has his primal split, like lurking around the mid lane here. Unfortunately, they're on a ward, so EG know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, and they even scan to find the last hero. They see 4 heroes mid, and they have scanned the 5th hero top, but aren't going to be too aggressive. It's just going to give Nightfall the confidence to push bottom.
Yeah, I mean, Abed TP top. He's smoking himself, like he's doing a solo smoke here. He's going bananas, honestly. Ghost is already out of there, so very, very optimistic by Abed.
Abed ganking the easy camp, but unfortunately they've been farmed.
Yeah.
And I don't really think he goes into the triangle completely. Then again, 3 heroes showing mid. X-Nova not yet level 6.
Yeah, so they're trying to pressure this mid tower, right? But they need Drow. Like, otherwise they can't do it. And Drow does not want to be there because he's just gonna get coiled and killed. So.
Yeah, the push is pretty horrendous, I have to say. Yeah, without, I mean, Primal, right? Or sorry, not Primal. Make that Brewmaster does not want to be on the tower either.
See Abed here, but nah, he's fine.
He wants to be able to split and use the Primal split.
Somnus?
Arteezy, he's only got the short range Shadow Rays left, but it'll be the summons here as Nightfall pops the Shapeshift immediately onto the Tier 1 tower before they catch another mark here. Chalice, oh, he's going to force the Primal splits as Maybe Crit in a bit of trouble here. I think they dispelled a haste rune on him is what he had. And that'll guarantee a pretty easy kill onto the Venge.
Yeah, EG should be kind of scared here. Not too scared
onto
though.
RTZ.
They're going for Abed.
He's in the fight as well as Abed is kind of dancing around here. Has found a coil here.
Yeah,
so
they
hold
got
down
Ghost.
And a nice little microplay there from Nightfall to snap the coil with the Hurricane on that Wild Ring Ripper. But Ghost is going to be pretty tucked far behind. Abed TPing out.
Yeah.
Fly though, he's got no chance.
It's like you brought out. They don't have too many disables there. And RTZ playing it very safe, just popping that ultimate. Mask of Madness running away. Yeah.
I respect that from RTZ. Not wanting to die here. And, well, not getting the tower either for EG is kind of bad news. They'll have to come back and make another push here. But RNG, for what they use, especially Primal Split being on cooldown, it does seem like, EG and RTZ especially can afford to farm for the next couple of minutes. Maybe minutes, double.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, RNG do have very nice thing going for them is this fat drow. Like, because it's so easy. I've seen many games where the drow just has no spot place to farm, just constantly falls behind. Okay, let's go and fighting more here.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Soniqs, he's dying to wolves here, and now with Abed in, that's a kill. The swap as well for Crit, a little bit of damage block there, as now Chalice, he's going to be chain stunned, pardon me, and chased even further using the Seeds of Serenity, but he's going to hold on to the Magic Wand charges. I don't think he would have lived there anyway.
Yeah, and at the same time, RTC picks up the mid tower here. Another very poor move here. No Primal Split, so I mean, I guess they didn't expect that many EG heroes to be around.
Right.
But
Crit, he puts the ward down at the very start of that engagement, so EG, they fight with confidence.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe if Ghost is nearby, maybe it doesn't look any better for RNG, but that might at least give EG some pause.
Yeah, I mean, the problem there is Ghost is farming with 200 HP, right? Like, he cannot show up to fight.
Yeah.
And Somnus just can't catch a break. He's not getting any of these power runes. Oh, he's so underfarmed now. At least Abed is not that farmed after going for his solo smoke play, but still almost 1,000 gold ahead of the Batrider.
Very keen to point out there the underutilized smoke of Deceit, are you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I appreciate it. I love it when my mid player actually tries to do something.
Okay.
So,
I like it.
and it could have worked, but...
It worked. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it had chances, right? I think the logic was there, but the timing, it was a little bit optimistic.
Yeah.
Abed. Sorry, make that X Nova actually. Look at Nightfall. He's chasing him down with the summons. My goodness. Of course, this Dark Troll Summoner, right? He's changed a little bit. He doesn't have the Ensnare anymore. He's got these little skellies. So bonus damage. It's the ideal creep to have, really, for these summons, because all the wolves and everything else here in the wave hits way harder.
Yeah, no, look at him. He wasn't doing that well in net worth, and now he's almost most farmed hero on the map.
And a Fly running up this ramp. RNG learning their lesson, are in position here to repel any EG invaders. Fly's just going to tank a couple spells. I
think the Batrider needs to get the Ancients here. I think they need to, like, just... Obviously, the Drow wants to farm them, but it's just so far behind. Like, I don't see... Maybe this is fine. Like, maybe he can get a kill somewhere. But he's going to get Boost to Travel now. And I think the fights are just so hard for him. Like, just imagine getting coiled and then this... Just the Lycan minions will just kill you, right?
I'm also scared, like, what the initiation looks like as well. And I guess if as long as Kaka and Chalice aren't both coiled, I think they have a way into these fights, right? Essentially, because otherwise, like, Arteezy just, I think, kills Batrider while he tries to land a lasso. Like, it just... Wow. The fights seem a little hard right now for RNG. They're going to smoke, though, and this is opportunistic. I like this move from them. They are going to have the initiators alongside with them. Somnus maybe trying to bait around. Moves into the jungle of EG.
Very aggressive. Only 3 heroes here. Batrider has Boost to Travel, but obviously can only join up if there's a creep around.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe they can kill Crit.
Yeah, and I think Crit's going to be happy to take a death here. Gets off the swap, so he lives a little bit longer.
Abed is on his way, though.
Oh, yeah, with the haste. Oh, he has an opportunity here for a Dream Coil. It's going to connect onto 2. In goes Fly like he's the carry. Of course, it's Arteezy channeling the Requiem, trying to stop the split from coming through.
This can be a fight, though,
Will
for
still
them.
Collect the kill.
They have Ghost coming.
RNG, they're reinforcing, and Somnus especially here. He bots in on the wave, is making haste towards Arteezy, has himself a lasso. They might not even need it, as Arteezy completely isolated, trying to fight versus the Pandas. Arteezy still farming here as he dies, but eventually RNG, they will be able to salvage that into a kill on the carry.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. At least EG recognized quite early that it was time to get out, but picking up that kill is nice.
Whoa, and Abed and Fly. Okay, I think this is the death of Fly and nearly Abed. So that's, as you call them, a questionable move, especially when RNG were just there. They're still there, Fly lives.
Yeah. I mean, Nightfall is ready now, though. He has the Ancient... Look how much damage that Ancient Granite Golem has. Almost 300. Absolutely insane.
Oh, hello. And likely, pardon me, goodbye to Somnus crit as well with a nice swap just to guarantee it. Chalice, of course, he can do nothing but watch his X-Nova. Oh, he gets out.
Oof. That's a lot of damage.
Are they... Roshan, this easy these days. 15 minutes in, no slaughter, no TA, just straight into the pit.
Yeah, I mean, Lycan is very good at this, right? Especially a Lycan with Helm of the Overlord. No split, right? So contesting this seems very difficult. And they're just so far away. Somnus dead, yeah. I don't see how they stop this.
It looks good for EG here. Arteezy is going to come out of the jungle and likely claim this Aegis, perhaps going towards Abed. Nah, I'm not sure, actually. Who do they give this to?
I think they give it to... okay, I thought they were going to give it to Arteezy.
Me too.
This is fine. It's all good.
I'll be happy to have that one on the puck. Is he scared about, you know, respawning into anything dangerous, respawning into a gust potentially, respawning into a rebound, right? Could catch him. So that's still not the freest puck game like we've highlighted, but not a bad one either from Abed.
No, I mean, you were also right. They don't have that many stuns on RNG. They have the little hurl boulder though. That's an extra. Yeah. But the main stun is definitely this lasso.
It's my favorite spell name in the game, Hurl Boulder.
Oof. Nightfall, the positions is so well here. Yeah,
he's still going to get Flame Break back. Oh, Somnus, he's going to rethink that lasso, but now coiled himself here. It's going to snap surrounded here as the Ancient Granite Golem rushing towards him. And Kaka and Ghost both in. The Global Silence, Arteezy hexed up and in a lot of trouble, likely just dead. He pig-pulled to get into this fight, maybe trying to get away from it. As Abed fighting here through the Aegis will not get the kill into Somnus. I thought he had it with Witchblade. Not the case here. And this fight, not looking so great for Evil Geniuses, as Fly at least gets the kill into X-Nova, but that's 2 straight deaths there through Aegis for Abed.
Yeah, he hit the gust somehow. It was very nicely played there.
Crit. I don't think he's in this one either. Yeah, Ghost, yeah. Stands his ground and it fires. Fly with a nice stun on to the 2, but well, they used the shapeshift there for the Roche, so Nightfall couldn't really offer much in that fight. He doesn't even have boots.
Oh, for sure. Quite a different hero when he has ultimate and not. I mean, yeah, RNG keeps making these amazing plays, and then these random feats too, you know?
Yeah, it's a little bit of yin and yang, isn't it, from RNG? That's Arteezy quickly collecting a couple of souls right on back.
But I really like how Ghost keeps showing up like just at the perfect timing here, and he still manages to keep a top net worth spot here. So, yeah, no, they're definitely still in it. You can see like when EG are missing a crucial spell here, the team fights are not that hard for them.
A completely different story. Especially now with a little bit more and more gold coming online for the RNG cores. They've done well to hold this net worth at 2K, right? This game at one stage was looking fairly good for them. Each either taking that nice first Roshan. They've lost Aegis, but have not yet lost momentum, at least while RNG don't have their spells. It's EG setting the tempo, sieging tier 1 towers, and moving into the enemy triangle.
Yeah, I mean, they're feeling quite confident, right, when they have the shapeshift ready. I mean, Arteezy doesn't have a BKB, so it's still definitely beat them in a fight, but right now this big bad wolf is probably the scariest here on the map.
And not even the richest, but of course that modifier, the crits, the damage, especially with the Vengeful nearby, right, for that base damage increase, even just level 1 on a crit, that's always a really nice multiplier.
Yeah. I mean, you can just click the dragon, for example, like, doesn't even look real how high its damage is.
A bit scary, right? And a bit of minus armor as well at play here between the Presence of the Dark Lord, Pardon, and that Wave of Terror. I mean, this EG lineup, it just feels well-rounded, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you could say they lack just a little bit of team fight, right, with the puck and maybe Arteezy's SF providing the bulk, if not all of it, right?
Yeah.
That's perhaps the one weakness.
Yeah. I mean, it's the stuns through BKB, right? They have the swap, though, which is nice. And they have a lot of auras on Lycan. But okay, RNG are setting up here.
You want to defend. There's still no Aegis. Well, of course, they've removed Aegis, so it hasn't magically
Might swap him out here.
It looks like it. Crit is going to go for it. Can't they burst him in time? Global Silence. Look at the damage, though, just on the summons. And in trouble now is Crit and Fly. 2 supports. Worry not. Well, at least for EG, especially if they can still get out of here. RTZ is actually farming up.
He has BKB ready. But the Ghost is
BKB.
here. He got the silence. Ooh.
That doesn't. RTZ is going to go in for the Requiem and Kaka. Oh, he goes on in. Nightfall, though, he's actually being stunned up. Has had Shapeshift active this entire fight, and now
this
just
fight
gets
is
a
bad
kill.
for EG, I think. Can he get the lasso? Yeah.
He is lassoed. His BKB duration is expired, but Ghost, he's been hit by the coil, but another silence, and RTZ no chance to actually use Requiem here. Abed, look at the damage from Ghost. Gets off an Illusory Orb. Soniqs giving chase, and the escape of Abed. Oh, it's a story not written here.
Yeah. No, RNG really playing well together here. Like, that was a beautiful bait by the Brewmaster. Like, knowing he has the global silence behind him, just walks up there. EG think they're making a play, but they forget. There is silence.
There is silence, and a couple of them, right?
Yeah.
This Ghost Gust, which is pretty fun to say. But the Ghost Gust has been really on point, I want to say, this entire match, right? It's the entire reason, actually, that they got rid of that Aegis that Abed was holding earlier. Abed is going to build into the Eul Scepter, right? So definitely acknowledging the threats of global silences, but they do have a couple of spare ones. They've got a Cyclone as well to take some heroes out of the fight. That's why Nightfall didn't really get much done in that last engagement. So RNG, man, they're kind of outfighting EG when they have the uptime and the ultis.
Yeah. I mean, the last word there stopped RTC2 from. He never got off his Requiem of Souls, which is... Like, if he gets it off there, I think they might be able to turn that fight, but... Yeah, just as you said, too many silences.
Now, especially for RNG, if they avoid some silly deaths, right, in this next window before they get their Primal Split back up in 30 seconds, before they get now the Lasso up in 30 seconds. Well, I guess, to be honest, it wouldn't be
they're
much
smoking.
Of a silly death. EG, yeah, they want to go for something here. Oh, and Chalice is quite the jump, but
They
Ghost
want to
is
get
an even
Ghost,
bigger
yeah.
one. Yeah, and he's going to force staff himself voluntarily to snap the coil here. Ghost trying to evade and has lots of backup now, but Nightfall shapeshifted up. There's going to be crits shard,
look out.
which does bounce twice on the stuns, and Somnus swap back in, potentially into his death, but the Firefly pathing, getting him
Gets
out
a
of here.
regen rune.
And then the regen rune in the river. Thank you very much, Gaimin. RNG, they will hold. They even pulled back crit there, using a pretty nice dispose. Take him down. RNG, they're going to be really weak now. RNG, sure, they're not going to have, pardon me, this BKB online for Somnus, but they're going to have Primal Split.
Yeah.
And Lasso.
No, they're feeling confident. Like, this Drow Ranger is very hard to get to now, it seems. Sitting on 3,000 gold too. Maybe even thinking of, like, not buying BKB. But yeah. Because they think they can just get him wherever, but he has 4 steps himself out, and it's too deep.
It is, yeah. Even if he's stunned, right, and taking a fair amount of damage, EG, they just can't quite go diving that far. Perhaps if they can swap him back at that stage, but, I mean, Abed just jumping in a little bit ahead of his team there. And they can't quite string together that kill. RNG feeling good. They take down a tier 1 tower. They're going to wait for their cooldowns, their BKBs, and go again.
Yep. Okay, so what does he... Okay, yeah, he goes for the BKB anyway. Better to be safe than sorry, I guess.
Who's that on?
Ghost.
Okay. Yeah, and he's going to have that one up, yeah, right now? Yeah, right now.
I mean, another huge deal is Kaka has already finished BKB too. Like, all these good fights, I don't think he's been dying much, so... Level 12 Marcy with BKB is definitely gonna do work here.
Yeah, get that extra attack on the Unleashed is gonna certainly get some work done, and eventually, you know, well on his way towards the Bastion. I mean, it's a 23-minute BKB on a position 4. Is it upgraded boots? Yes.
Yep.
So it's actually just good. It's just straight up good. Abed. Making his way towards his own Blink Dagger now. And Fly does have, this is, I think, a big opportunity, or a big reason, sorry, I should say, why people are picking the support Sven, and why it kind of works is this Ag Shard, right? This Warcry, 7 undispellable armor, and this generous AoE does help a lot. Example, this game, right, Drow Ranger, her passive goes through base armor, but not through bonus armor. So he's going to give them a little bit of survivability here.
Yep.
Especially with that Warcry active, it's a lot of armor.
No, for sure. I mean, that's also why they have the Panda, right? They can dispel at least the majority of that effect.
Yeah, he will dispel the 15 from the Warcry active. Oh, but what's going on here? Abed. I've seen an Illusory Orb, but otherwise very patient. Arteezy, I think he just needs a couple more dispels for himself, right? He's got BKB, but BKB global, and then he can't do anything, and then BKB ends, and then you know, he's not in a position to use a Requiem, and then he's hit by Last Word or a Gust, but now
RNG smoking up here, but I don't think they can find a very relevant kill. It's quite hard.
No, actually, and Crit just manages to sneak out in time. I believe Kaka would have seen him there with the day vision without smoke breaking. But EG, they actually teleport on back, and they're going to go for a play themselves.
Yeah, they're moving towards Roche, though. This is correct play. I don't know if RNG even timed Roche, because I feel like they would do the smoke then. Yeah, okay, so RNG kind of get lucky here. Like, this Roche would go down very fast if it was up. But they're trying to take the high ground here, but RNG's already here.
Arteezy as well, he's out in front. The
Kaka,
Arcane Curse last
Kaka's
word
just
that
dying.
before, but Kaka trying to fight through this one. Global Science activated as soon as BKB is activated for Arteezy. But this fight, it's going awfully. Look at Chalice. I think that's his last bear, and he just barely manages to get it out alive. Abed counter-initiating. He's found Ghost here as there's
beautiful.
to swap into it. Fly even at the ready. He's doing his part now as out of the primal split.
Look at the damage,
comes Chalice doing what he can. As, my goodness, Soundness barely makes it out alive there. Did not want to feed that gem. EG eager to go for more, but what a fight out from the great swap into Requiem.
Yeah. Luckily for RNG, the Roche is not up, so perhaps they get another shot here. Unfortunately for them, they use Global and Primal, so I don't even know if they can contest if they want to.
Man, this EG, I mean, the way that they use this Requiem of Souls on Arteezy is just... I mean, I imagine he's got to be the one calling it, right? The play when he found someone in trees comes to mind, right? Just cancels the TP, I think, day 1 of the tournament. And here he goes, still really making some amazing combos here alongside Crit, of course, to win that fight.
Yeah. Oh, fight started horribly for RNG there. Kaka, like, popping BKB, but just dying immediately.
Yeah, I mean, he just runs into 5, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the scout that never returned from battle, as Kaka is doing a little bit of scouting himself now. Has a ward up on this cliff.
Yeah.
Roshan is up, but it's going to be EG still holding this ramp. That's not going to allow Chalice and X-Nova to connect with the rest of their team. But from behind is Somnus and now Ghost boosting up Kaka. Holding the ward is EG now moving
Somnus is going in here.
But the vision here is amazing from RNG.
Ooh, Ghost in a little bit.
He's been cliffed. He's actually stuck here. They're actually going to take the time to kill him, though.
Yeah.
Arteezy glad it's not him for once, but that's going to trigger a buyback, pardon me, out from Fly. As EG with a deity rune on Abed, thinking about making a move here.
Yeah, so what are the cooldowns like here? 10 seconds. Okay, so they need 10 more seconds here on their Primal and Global. Like, if EG go right now, they're way stronger. RNG need to be a little careful there. Like, let's relax, buddies. Let's wait a little longer. And I think they're ready now. Okay.
They're ready. Yeah, there's Global and Primal. And now, immediately down the ramp they go. Arteezy once again the swap. This time, he's faster on the BKB as Crit being stunned up. Arteezy lassoed back, being controlled. Kaka now trying to unleash his fury and death onto him. But Ghost, he's got enemies on top of him. And it's this darn wolf. Fly as well, chasing him down. Abed here, 3-on-1 versus Ghost. They're going to kill Arteezy. They're going to kill Ghost.
Buybacks.
But the buyback's favoring EG now. That's 3 used in this fight. Fly kicking him off here with the first, and the coil connects onto 2. There's no primal split. There's going to be no global science, and there's going to be no more RNG here to contest this Roche as they're falling one by one. Kaka doing what he can here, and it might be enough to get Chalice out of this one. Somnus, though, without a lasso, very limited in his impact here as Nightfall with the kill on the Chalice. He's even in danger. The swap now from Somnus, who was trying to skirt around the outside of this fight. They're going to completely ignore Kaka as Somnus is the big catch here. 4 dead. Evil Genie says it does cost them some buybacks, but they're going to get Roche and even a little bit of tower damage.
Yeah, well worth it. Sometimes it's very hard to decide when like the appropriate time to buyback is, but every buyback worth it there. Completely dominating the fight and now securing a Roche.
Yeah. And I'd love to see a replay of that. Our camera work there, I have to shout out, was phenomenal, catching both kills. It was really just RNG, you know, getting Ghost from RNG getting ran and Arteezy also getting ran. We'll take a look at it here. Let me know what you're seeing here, Pi.
Oh yeah, sorry. So they lasso Arteezy, right? And probably the call is to burst him, like kill Arteezy, kill Arteezy. Ghost starts hitting him, pops BKB, but the same call goes for EG, right? Like they see this Drow Ranger, so you end up in this chase where both teams go for the carry, and I think especially this fight, it favored EG heavily since Arteezy had buyback.
And they're fighting again here, and it's a good fight for RNG. That's 2 diebacks, I believe. But EG still keen to try and take this gem on the deck as Ghost holding onto his BKB charge. Kaka is going to die, but Abed taking a fair amount of damage. Is now Nightfall, shapeshifted up. He wants to go for more. He wants X-Nova. Oh, but the Wand charge is trying to keep him alive. This Ancient Granite Golem, though, my god, no chill. Is going to chase him down. And now Somnus in trouble. Has BKB, has Blink Dagger, but it's EG who are actually on the run here.
Yeah, Ghost is very powerful right now. Still has BKB up.
Oh, what? Wow. Okay.
That's messing with him.
Yeah, seriously. The 3 cores of EG feeling strong enough at least to equalize here on the supports and will prevent RNG from really getting any good wards up or moving across the map and trying to, you know, break out here. But didn't cost EG the Aegis or anything, but a scary fight for them momentarily.
Yep. So yeah, I think like the conclusion after that Roche fight is it's more important to protect the Drow than it is to like chase down the Shadow Fiend, I think. Like they need to stick as a team. Like in every fight except that fight, Ghost has always been in the perfect position. Like just a little further behind and getting free shots.
Right. Yeah, and I mean the buybacks favoring EG in that scenario, right? Because they're the ones with the net worth lead. But it does cost them a buyback on RTZ, right? So it's not a completely, pardon me, a free and one fight.
Yeah. They're pinging out Somnus here. Abed pops BKB fast.
Oh, and he actually turns to lasso
Fritas here
Abed.
with swap though.
There's the swap. That's going to stop the lasso. Fly chasing after him. The double stun's just not enough damage here. But Abed with a single Lucio Orb has the kill. Primal Split triggered in the meantime. Here's RTZ fighting and beating down Kaka, but goes once again standing his ground here. Another shapeshift in. Oh, global. But the blink out from Abed, and he's not silenced either. He was in phase shift, I suppose, or Yule Sceptered himself. Yep. Kaka running for his life under the cover of the BKB as Crit does find X-Nova hiding in the trees, trying to TP away. The Requiem of Souls from RTZ, canceling it, and is going to make 3 dead in favor of EG. Immediately onto the tower, immediately taking it down, and I think Pi, they're going up to high ground.
Yeah, they're going high ground, and you have to watch out here with RNG, because Kritas picked up a Blink Dagger, and Nether's Hope is ready. So like if they step up just a little too far here, he's gonna blink in.
And I think he's about to get Aether delivered. Yeah, here it comes on the courier. Okay, Ghost gets the BKB off there, but that is only in exchange for the coil.
There he goes, though.
Oh, he actually force-staffed him back, too. I'm not sure how that happened, and Ghost is dead.
Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, they knew they were gonna do that, but they still kind of fell for it, right?
Yeah, they did, and now...
No BKB on bat here.
RNG struggling to even get back into the fountain. X-Nova and Kaka respawning, but... They're
the
watching
throne.
their
Look
tier
at the
4 towers
buildings
crumble.
dying.
EG, they're looking for the game, and they're going to get it. RNG called it. Evil Geniuses get the 2-0 over RNG.
Very nice game. RNG definitely showing up more than the first game. Definitely impressive to like actually put up a fight there. Did not expect much after the first game, but this is, I mean, EG continuing their dominance. Only lost 1 series, right, to Liquid. The rest, like, clean sweep. So, yeah, most impressive there.
Yeah, certainly looking good, and that, I think, for Evil Geniuses means that they can rest very easy for tonight. They won't have to worry too much here about their games tomorrow.